I feel like making videos is the best form of therapy for me because, like, my son's already gone. My Joel, I should say. Joel is, the son of Polly, and his mom's a big running perp in all this, and so, a lot of it I have to keep to myself. I do complain about some of the issues with Joel. I call him Piggy, but for the most part, this chick has to deal with a lot of the mental anguish on her own. For some targets, they have absolutely no one. There are some people, targets. There was a lady who basically left the United States only to find that she moved to, I think, the close to the border in Mexico. She really thought that she was going to get away from all this. Okay, it was a light lady, and I remember seeing her videos, and it was no different. Okay, and chances are she had no idea what was going on with her, and that is so sad. I mean, people have probably traveled outside the United States, gone to Mexico, probably people have gone to Europe, they've gone everywhere. Okay, we have the internet now. There is no hiding anywhere. And it's heartbreaking. I mean, can you imagine not having the feeling of security? Could you imagine everybody knowing that you're marked for destruction, and then you're encountering people who think it's funny? I mean, I'm going to tell you what, these people, these corrupt Christians, which I'm going to refer to them as murderous Christians, are seriously brainwashed. Now, I'm not talking about, getting rid of Christianity. There's a certain form of Christianity that I'd like to see I would like to see banished and eliminated. But it would be one thing if Christians had a proper view of their place in society and kept to biblical principles and really did try to walk into the footsteps of Jesus Christ. Okay, that would be one thing. But what you say here is this social network club of people trying to one up people, and it's dangerous. It's very dangerous, and that's what I'm trying to bring awareness. And people really don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because in this situation, like I've said before, and I hate to be a broken record, you've got Catholics, and I'm going to tell you what, I don't care how nice these born again Christians smile in your face. The fact of the matter is they're talking shit behind your back because they hate the fact that you talk to, you uphold Mary. They think that you're an idol worshiper and they hate your guts. But because you have a common enemy, somehow or another, you're cool for the moment, okay? And so now that all this is blown over, they're going to go back to talking shit behind your back. Let's not be fooled, people. Okay? People have used religion for their own selfish gain since the beginning of time, okay? And that's why, there are people who try to bring awareness. And I guess you could throw that social reformer title on to me because I'm going to tell you what, I'm the kind of person who likes to set things straight, and I'm setting things straight, okay? And like I said, I am not a threat to anybody's personal beliefs. I believe people have the right to believe whatever they want, okay? As long as they don't interfere and hurt anybody else. And that's very hard to be so self-contained because most people have it in them to harm somebody else when they feel threatened, okay? And I think peace has to be something, has to be learned, okay? You have to have peace within yourself, and it's a very difficult thing to do for a lot of people. I'm a very peaceful person. Yeah, I'm very happy to say that. But anyway, but yeah, this is a lot on me. I'm starting to see people. I mean, I always knew people were evil, but now my mind is just like completely blown to the point of where you can see that this is added to the trauma. Okay, to where I get to the point where I find it difficult to get out of bed in the morning. I feel like this dark cloud. I've encountered numerous murderous people who I don't even want to call Christians, but I'm going to refer to them as I'll refer to them as mind-controlled slaves, and I'm going to tell you what, it is a terrifying situation to be in. And you would think that, and they don't get the connection. They don't see what they're doing is something that's wrong. They think that that they have some sort of a cause, and yet they're the first person who will sit there and like bash maybe like a Muslim person for like putting a bomb and then blowing things up. Not to say I'm saying that's not the same thing, but I'm just saying is I believe that their behavior is just as equally destructive. Okay. And they need to see that, okay? And so I'm just trying to get people to kind of think about their actions and why they involve themselves in things, because ultimately the reason why people involve themselves in these actions and they participate in these hate crimes, and that's what it is, it's a hate crime, They participate in hate crimes because they want to have a sense of belonging, and they also want to satisfy their natural need for bloodlust. Okay, well, let's think about this in the contents of in what you do for a living. Okay, like I said, we're never going to get rid of gang stalking. Okay, it's always going to be there, always going to be there. But you know, people need to direct their hatred towards people who truly deserve it. Okay, I've done nothing wrong. Now, for people who love white supremacy, I'm going to tell you that some people might feel threatened because this black girl is not going to buy into any of that nonsense. Okay, but I have never done anything to tell white people that they have no right to believe what they want. I have never tried to force my views and my opinions onto white people. White people can believe whatever they want to believe, okay? They can sit there and think that they're superior. They can do whatever. They can talk a bunch of smack, okay? I don't care. I'm just trying to exist, okay? Plain and simple. And, you know, I think I've expressed my views on white supremacy enough to where I don't even need to repeat it anymore, okay? And I personally don't believe it. I've never seen it. I see that there's a situation in place where people try to encourage, promote white supremacy, but I have never met a white person that I personally thought, whoa, except for, like, you know, the exceptional people who may be celebrities and artists and, you know, philosophers and such. But the everyday person, you know, it's not happening. So anyway, yeah, I mean, talking is important. And, you know, I don't have any faith in the medical profession because everybody just wants to pump you full of, you know, drugs and stuff. And for some people, I'm not saying if you're taking medication and you're thinking about getting off of pharmaceutical meds, I'm going to say be very careful. I mean, be realistic, take a realistic approach. I had to take a realistic approach. Not to say that I was like all into those kind of meds. Okay, I do remember having to be put on those at one time. But I'm talking about like regular medication. I don't go to the doctor. Okay, I really don't. I don't trust it. When you're a targeted individual, you can trust nobody. But I will say that it would be nice to have some sort of professional to talk to, only because I'm going through a lot. This is a very trauma. That's why I'm telling you. You know, you're going through this stuff at work. You better sue your employer. Sue them up for everything because these people have left me with nothing. And I'm sitting here basically trying to pick up the pieces and trying to get myself back together. It is extremely devastating and I have no one to talk to. Will you lose your family? Not that I ever had them anyway, because let me tell you, if you're a targeted individual, trust me, your family could give two shits about you in the first place. That's why you're in this situation. I don't have trustworthy friends. I don't trust anybody on the outside. So I have to deal with all this. And so anybody I encounter, I have to look upon them as perps, okay? Everybody's a perp until they can prove otherwise. And it's very hard to prove, okay? But, you know, what do you do? So, just talk it out, you know, talk it out. Sometimes hearing your own voice kind of gives you a sense of security and makes you feel better. And I truly believe that. And even better, hearing your voice again on the recorder, having it said back to you is even better because then you start thinking about other points that you may have missed. So I'm going to wrap up this video. I'll probably be back on the other one because I am extremely nervous today because, you know, it's getting to, I told you that I'm reaching boiling point, okay? I'm ready. I want to get out of here. I wish if I could pack up my bags right now and get the hell out of here, I would, okay? And that's all, I'm obsessed with it, okay? I'm obsessed with getting out of this town. I'm obsessed with it, okay? Yeah, there's a lot of heartbreak that's involved in my leaving, but I will tell you what, I'm tired. I'm just fucking tired and I'm done, okay? And so there's really no reason for me to continue being here because there's nothing here for me, okay? I need to be happy. And this, it's been a very long time since I've experienced a sense of freedom and happiness and joy. So I'm going to wrap up this video, and I hope I will probably be back with another one. Like I said, I'm chatty today. So I will be back on the other video, and I'm rocking this one up now. Bye.